Hey everyone, Mherex here bringing you another video. This one is going to be on Steve Austin, Icons of WrestleMania. It's the newest Austin in the game, and he is a technician. He's one of the Icons of WrestleMania. They all are the promoter entourage guys. His promoter ability at 15k Tricksters earns 60% more notoriety in showdown battles, so that's pretty spiffy. That's not bad at all. He has the one link, the Icons of WrestleMania, matching any colored gems, charge moves of that color by one more move point, and he has the one set of gear. I really like the card art on these guys, and he looks awesome in the game. So let's go on the road, take a look. We're going to be going against Vader. First build set I'm going to run is 3-star. There are going to be 5 builds, 2 3-stars, a 4-star, and a 5-star. So yeah, let's take a look at this first. We got the 12 MP green Stone Cold Stunner. Deal 44k damage and destroy 6 random black gems and pin the opponent. We have the Luthez Press. Deal 60,000 damage and make 7 random gems into 4 turn Juggernaut gems. That will make 3 random gems into Silence gems on every countdown turn. And destroy 3 random green gems at the end of the countdown. So those 7 gems are making 21 Silence gems while they're out there. The Juggernaut gems, and then at the end they'll destroy up to 21 green gems if you have 7 on the board. Juggernaut gems are like double reinforced, so they have to be broken twice to go away. And the last move we're going to be running is the Low Blow Stomp. 8 MP yellow, deal 20k damage and swap a 1x5 random area into green gems. Entourage I'm going to be running for this are Akam for that yellow MP to get started faster. KO for the green move damage, 45% more. And gonna run Gargano for more silence gem damage. Since we're gonna have a lot of silence gems on the board, it'll buff all of their damage by 15%. And then Lacey Evans to buff purple and green gem damage. So we'll take a look at Vader on the road, and neither of us have straps, and see how this goes. We do have a 25% class advantage on Vader. Austin isn't amazing or top tier or anything, but he does have some usable builds, and he is pretty fun. So the reason I went with KO is both green moves buffing the gem damage or the move damage a decent amount. Honestly, with a lot of Austin's moves, I would probably go double takedown. Nice starting board. We could pick up a green match. Green match is ideal turn 1 because then this is ready right away. And if we would have just had a green match, we'd have more pin bar to work with. We won't have that right away here, but that's okay. We're going to get a bunch of the Juggernaut gems on the board quickly. So you can see the ones that are just the glowing number have 1 break and they go away. The ones with the little shield in the glowing number is 2 breaks. So there go a bunch of silence gems. And I'm going to throw these out again. Now, I could hit the finisher here, but Vader would almost for sure kick out. And we don't have the board completely covered in silence gem. So I'm going to save it, take the 3 match of greens. They're going to go off again here, which is nice, and then again here. So now I got the board covered. And gonna hit the finisher, and we might be able to keep him down. It's for about 250k damage. Oops, sorry, wrong move. This is the other finisher. I was thinking it was the 5-star. Does not hit for 250k damage. You saw what it hit for, destroying the blacks. The nice thing is, though, now we're going to start breaking the green gems. And that's going to help the recycle. So you're kind of counting on that. You have to delay with this moveset. But we're getting him really close now. If he kicks out, he's definitely dead next turn, but I don't think he will. So there you go. That one's available at 3-star. Not a hard win. A double takedown with a green takedown medal would work really, really well. With actually most of his movesets, takedown is going to be the way I would go. Let's take a look at the next one. Initially, when I looked at him on paper, I thought this might be one of the better builds. After playing all of them, not so much, but I figured I would show it since I thought it would be good on paper. A lot of you might as well. So let's take a look at this 3-star build. We're going to use the Mudhole Stomp. And we're going to keep the other two moves, the Low Blow Stomp and the Stunner. Tricolor build here. So the one we moved in, the Mudhole Stomp, deal 24k damage and make 6 random gems into yellow gems. So the idea is that fills the yellow fills the green. You hit the finisher and recycle and start over again. The green is fairly high charge though. But we're going to go with Bray to start with more black MP. And Dolph for more yellow gems. And we're going to put Lacey Evans in for that gem damage. Green and purple, mostly just after the green here. Except I already have her in. We're going to switch Cena for Gargano, since he buffs green gem damage 15% more. So we're trying to buff the green damage for when we do the swap. Let's see how this one goes. Like I said, initially on paper, I thought this moveset would be pretty well. Seems to flow between them, but it just doesn't have as much oomph as I would like. Love that move. Could also go with Rikishi instead of Cena. Rikishi would have filled the yellow right out the gate. Maybe that's the better play sometimes than going for some green gem damage on a 5 match of greens. So, hard to say. I kind of want to leave the yellows on the board. So I will take his red. That, unfortunately, we're going to cause a pin, but we have some options here. I'm going to take the green, though, so it's full. And we should have no problem recycling to the black, since it's already almost full. And then we start the process over again. Okay, let's destroy those black gems. Never gets old doing Stone Cold Stunners. Nice little cascade. But you can see one time through the moves, we haven't chewed Vader down that much. Vader does Vader things and gets a very nice cascade. That's not surprising. And he's ready to hit us pretty hard next turn. There we go. Do have the finisher loaded again, but you can see Vader's still sitting on a decent amount of health. Now he's going to do what Vader does. So yeah, like I said, the moves flow pretty okay, but the oomph just isn't there on any of them, and the matches end up taking too long. So it just doesn't get the job done, in my opinion, this moveset. It does cycle pretty decently, though. Keep those yellows on the board if possible. But might as well get out here. And the Austin move animations are great. That never gets old. Nice cascade. And that should do it. There you go. Another win. Let's take a look at the 4-star moveset. This one is kind of interesting. Vader won't show it probably as well as someone else would because he does have the sub reduction coaches on. But the double black, yellow, double sub works pretty well actually. So let's take a look here. We're going to change out all the moves. Actually, we're going to keep Mudhole Stomp. My bad. We're going to move the Sharpshooter in. And you might be thinking Sharpshooter's kind of weird. I believe that might be an Easter egg with Bret Hart at King of the Ring. I could be wrong, but I think that is why they decided to put the Sharpshooter in there. And then let's go with the $1 Million Dream for the double sub. $1 Million Dream animation is doing something funky right now, so it's probably going to look like some kind of roll-up pin. So the Sharpshooter, submission, 7 MP yellow. Place 8 submission gems and do 13k damage for 4 turns. Remaining submission gems return into multiplied gems of strength 4. $1 Million Dream, 8 MP black. Generate 13 random submission gems and do 8k damage for 3 turns. Those will turn into silence gems at the end, and then sticking with the Mudhole Stomp, 7 MP black, deal 24k damage and make 6 random gems into yellow gems. We're going to keep Bray to start the black moves full. We're going to switch Dolph for AJ. If you have your zombie AJ at 9k, he also generates an extra yellow, as well as making the yellow sub last 3 more turns. So that's going to bring it to 7 for us. Going to move Booker T Hall of Fame in for that move generate of another yellow. That'll get us to 8 yellows. And then Rikishi at the coach. So it is easier to recycle the yellow submission after the first go around. Because there should be a lot of yellows left on the board, potentially. I prefer starting this way over starting with Akam, since I'm using 2 black moves. And then you can you could use Austin 316 to just buff both sub damage, but AJ does double duty with the extra yellow gem on the random move, so I really like AJ for this moveset. Again, normally the reduction wouldn't be there as much as Vader has, so he's not the best guy to show how effective the subs are, but he's a good guy to show the other stuff. So Rikishi makes it so 1 match loads the yellow sub, so you can get a sub turn 1 out of the gate. Vader's not in danger of doing any of his moves. If I had a black match, I might think about it, but I don't. So I'm going to put these on a mix of black and yellow for the multiply gems, since those are the colors we want. And he's reducing it down to 4 because of his coach, Jason Jordan. Lowers subs by 3. Okay. So now we can throw the silence gem sub out. This one is only going to last 1 turn, so we're just going to make some silence gems. Again, if I had a black or a yellow match, I would hold this one in reserve. But this way we can get some silence gems on the board and make it harder for Vader to charge up his moves. Now we get the yellow match. And as long as it's here and Vader's not in danger of doing his moves, we'll take the black match. And then the longer this match goes, you start to get a lot of multiply gems on the board. And that can lead to some decent size hits when you do the yellow generate move. See if we can make any connections on the multiply gems here. Got 1. So now the sub is full again. So like I said, it gets pretty easy to recycle. Fairly good control of the board. So we can take this and start loading the black. Get some nice damage in. Go ahead and throw the silence gems out again. Such a silly animation there. Okay. And next turn, the generate yellow move is going to be ready again. The multiplies make recycling much less of a chore. It's not fast, but it's definitely control oriented. This should be a pretty big hit. A lot of multi-gem matches there. 200k, not bad. Again, we can start filling the black. And this is getting close to being the end of the road for Mr. Vader here. Alright, let's see if we can put Vader away here. That will do it. So there you go, his 4-star moveset. Again, it's really effective. It's very control based, but it's not fast. Okay, let's take a look at his 5-star moves. I got 2 of them here, his 5-star movesets. These are both really fun, actually. While he may not be top tier, he is a lot of fun to play. We're going to move in the 5-star move first. It is the rock bottom. Yes, you did not read that wrong. The rock bottom. WrestleMania 19, I believe it was. Rock and Austin went at it and used each other's finishers on each other. So I believe this is an Easter egg to that. And I have it on fairly good authority. The silence gems with Austin are kind of a play on the what chance that used to happen as well. So just a couple cool little Easter eggs about the builds with Austin here. Okay, so we're going to run the rock bottom. That is the 5-star finisher. Deal 46k damage plus 4,800 bonus damage for every silence gem and pin the opponent. Going back to the Luthez press, the Juggernaut gems, it's dealing 60k damage. And we're getting a bunch of silence gems out. And the low blow stomp, that's the 8 MP yellow that does the 1x5 and gets us greens. We're going to go back to Acom to get that yellow started faster. It'll be ready turn 2 regardless of a yellow match. And back to KO for green move damage. You might think Trickster KO for silence gem damage would be better. But in testing, I found that with Trick KO, I was hitting for about 250k on the finisher. And with Tech KO, I'm also hitting for 250k on the finisher. But it buffs the Luthez press quite a bit. So I found I like this build better. And we're going to take Booker T out and swap in Johnny Gargano for that silence gem damage. 15% more. So that ups the finisher a little bit there. And keep Rikishi in for recycling. All right. I find these Juggernaut gems to be a lot of fun. It's a super cool mechanic. I like them on HBK too. Really looking forward to seeing more of these Juggernaut gems. They're very cool. So ideally, turn 1, perfect, would be a green match. Now, I have a 4 row break here, but I want more pin bar to play with for when I do the 1x5 and get a wild card. So I'm actually not going to take the row break on purpose. And I am going to go ahead and take the green match, 3 match instead. Even better, have a lot of pin bar to play with. And that's perfect because now I can get the Juggernaut gems out. And as long as we don't get a bad cascade, I'm going to get an extra turn right out of the gate on turn 1, or turn 2 rather. And that is going to allow a couple things. 1, there's the yellow match. 2, going to get those silence gems out. And 3, I'm going to get to put another set of Juggernaut gems down. And again, I could hit the finisher here. But I'm not fully loaded with silence gems yet. So I'm just going to go ahead and hold that for 1 more turn. Vader's going to break some red gems here probably. Big cascade. Gonna get those silence gems out though. Now we're gonna get them again. And we're gonna be able to hit a pretty beefy finisher. $270K. And unfortunately, we got the pin because it's going to destroy green gems. If he wouldn't have pinned us, that would have filled the finisher. So we only got 2 instead. So bad timing there, but as long as we don't force a pin, should be okay. Oh, he did kick out, so gonna take a little damage. That was definitely bad timing on him getting the cascade there and forcing that pin. Otherwise, those would have all broke on my offensive turn. Like they're gonna do here on the pin again, which is fine. It'll help get us out of the pin. And he's done for anyway. We get to see Austin hit the rock bottom one more time. Yeah. So that actually didn't go as well as it usually does. Typically it plays better than that in testing it. Now we're going to look at a variation of this using all the green moves. A little bit harder to recycle, but all of the green moves are getting buffed by KO. So we're going to move the stunner back in and keep everything else. So triple greens, 12, 11, and 8 MP respectively. And we're going to switch Akam out for George Steele for that green MP to start. And put Ember Moon at coach for Rikishi. For, in my case, only 15% more green gems on the initial starting board, but it is better than nothing. If you had any of the green move damage coaches, which I believe is Honky Tonk Man, you could put Honky Tonk Man on. You could also put Gooker on for more move damage with this build set. This one, Triple Fury with a percentage green metal would do, sorry, Triple Fury. Double Takedown with a percentage green metal for moves would really buff the damage up on this one a lot. Ideally, I would have a green match on turn 1. I don't. Do have one on turn 2 though, so that's good. As well as a big cascade, which is great because the heaviest move damage is the lowest charge green there. And in this case, the pin is nice because it's going to allow all of those silence gems to get out there. So could hit the rock bottom right now. Because he's low, I think I will do that, and there's a decent chance he may not be able to kick out, although it is Vader. 240k. Yep, of course. Let's see if we can finish him with the stunner. Perfect. There you go. So triple green is not too bad. I like the other moveset before this a lot as well. It did not play as well as it normally does, but both triple green and this one at 5-star are a lot of fun. The Juggernaut gems are really cool. I love the mechanic, and I like using all of Austin's animations. So while he isn't a top tier card, he is certainly serviceable and a lot of fun to play. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Super interested to hear what you think about the new gems, about the icons of WrestleMania, and the fact that we get them free. So props to Scopely on this round for letting us have the cards for free. And they look pretty fun and pretty good. So thanks for watching, guys, and good luck out there.